Your freedom is only ever halfway if you can only find that peace when you're not a part of society. Really, the integration process to truly being free, to truly being spiritual, is a return to a fully normal human life.
So for me, like a lot of people would look at my kind of work on Wall Street professionally and think, well, how do those two things go together, right? Like how is she a financial advisor and banker, but then also like a healer and a teacher? And it's because we're multidimensional, and the energy that I bring to that space isn't an energy of imprisonment. It's an energy of, oh, how can I use my energy and my vibration to manifest whatever I want out of this situation? And it's been really fun for me to play in that space. You can do the same thing. You can play in whatever space that you want. And I guess that's what we would call a fifth dimensional perspective, when you just realize everything is about the energy and the intention that you bring.
Totally. There's a Zen quote out there that says the real Buddha you find in a bar. And because running, there's nothing wrong with a season of renunciation or a season of real deep introspection. I go on retreats and do that, and it's super powerful in a way that I couldn't, even if I took the week off and just stayed where in my house. Being able to go away alone into nature is a powerful experience. But really, your freedom is only ever halfway if you can only find that peace when you're not a part of society. Really, the integration process to truly being free, to truly being spiritual, is a return to a fully normal human life. And that's actually what the world needs, Erin. The world doesn't need people that run away into the forest or that run away from their normal 9 to 5 jobs and then join an ashram. There's enough of those people. The world actually needs the people that are having these awakenings and stepping into these deeper truths and their own power, and then still choosing to live in society. That's how society changes. Society doesn't change from us just running away and then trying to protect our little bubble of wanting to feel good all the time.
Yeah, and that's what I recognized. And I love that we're talking about this, because I used to actually feel really insecure about it. I used to feel like, oh, I don't look like a traditionally spiritual person, right? I don't look like someone who, is connected to source or has had these very transcendental experiences. I just don't fit that box. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't think this community is going to accept me. I don't think they're going to believe a word of what I have to say, because I'm not like in India meditating. But I realized, just through my own introspection and just like you said, meditating and sitting with yourself, being with yourself, I realized, oh, I'm here to actually be a part of normal society, because that's what we need to truly change the world that we all live in. That's what we need. And what I'm getting right now is that, like, many of us who are still like living a normal life, if you will, that the frequency that you bring into those spaces is so needed, because you actually activate other people. You transmute the energy in those spaces. So if there's anyone out there who you feel insecure about the fact that you think you should look or sound more spiritual, just know that you're doing your job by just being you.
Yeah, and actually waking up out of those old notions that a spiritual person looks this way, a spiritual person does this but doesn't do that. That's part of the awakening process too. You wake up out of that belief system, and you see that the truly spiritual person has no frame of reference of how he or she should be in any moment. Because it's the frame of reference that keeps you from being spiritual, because it keeps you from being present in the moment. And to truly be present in the moment, you can't be following a script and say, I need to look this way, or I need to have this job, or be like this person. That's not spiritual. That's just mimicking what you've been told and what you believe. So there's those down the line kind of spiritual awakenings and deeper questionings that we have to go through too. And only we can do those, because it's beautiful listening to lectures and reading books by people that maybe look like they're conventionally spiritual. But in the end, you have to kind of start questioning what they said too, to make it your own.